PFL's second season debut just wrapped up here on Long Island. Ariel Helwani, the natural, the legend himself, Randy Couture, who is calling the action for ESPN tonight. Randy, a lot to discuss. Let's start with the main event. Kayla Harrison improves to 4-0. She goes the distance for the first time in her MMA career. She defeats Larissa Pacheco. How would you grade her fourth fight?
I thought she did a great job. I think this is the biggest challenge she's faced as she's become a mixed martial artist. She got into a little bit of trouble. She managed to pretty easily get out of that situation, and she had Pacheco in a bunch of problems too that a lot of other girls would have given up in. So overall, a great fight. Nobody's harder on Kayla than Kayla.
Right.
And she was very upset, felt like she should have finished this fight and wanted it to go better, but I think she should be pleased with her performance. She did a solid job.
Yeah, for those at home who may have missed it, Kayla Harrison, who won this fight in a very dominant fashion, won via unanimous decision, left the cage in tears, like openly bawling. Did you guys see that? And are you surprised she's that hard on herself?
Yeah. Well, I'm not surprised. I mean, here's a two-time gold medalist. She holds herself to a very, very high standard. I think that can be really, really good for her. It can also be her undoing at some point too. So her coaches, I'm sure, are going to talk to her and bring that back. And she really needs to look at their performance rationally and realize all the good things that she did in this fight. And so what? She didn't finish the fight, and she didn't score 6 points or whatever. I think she still did a great job.
So as you mentioned, Larissa Pacheco had her in a compromising position in the second round. Did she put out the blueprint? Like, did she give any clues to potentially a Sarah Kaufman as to how to actually defeat Kayla Harrison?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I still don't think we've seen anybody come out there and really hit Kayla Harrison yet. And you know how, as well as I do, that can change a lot of people's perception about what's going on in that cage. She's still not really gotten caught with a good flush shot, and until we see, and we got some strikers in this field that might come out and put one on her. That's going to be really the big test in my mind. Yeah, she got into a little bit of trouble, but come on, she's had people on her back her whole judo career. She knows how to respond there, and she responded perfectly. So I wasn't disappointed at all.
Former Strikeforce Women's Bantamweight Champion, Invicta FC Bantamweight Champion Sarah Kaufman made her debut tonight. I think a lot of people expect her to meet Kayla Harrison in the final in December. What did you make of her performance?
I thought she did a great job. She seems happy to be here, but that's her personality anyway. I think it was a relief for her not to have to cut weight. She is dealing with some pretty big girls, and we've got a couple 6-footers in the lineup here, so it'll be interesting size-wise to see how she deals with that challenge. Even Kayla. Kayla is a big gal. So she's big, strong, moves well. It'll be interesting to see how the bantamweight coming up to lightweight does, but she's got tons of experience. I like her attitude. One
of the great stories heading into this card, I thought, was the cousin versus cousin battle. The Hawaiians going toe-to-toe, and Ray Cooper ends up winning against his cousin. And it's interesting because I think that there was so much bad blood. I think fans, considering how Ray Cooper did in the first season of PFL, expected him to come out guns blazing, but maybe there was some disappointment because maybe they're so evenly matched that there wasn't as many fireworks earlier on.
Well,
what did you think of the fight overall?
I thought the fight was smart, and I'm glad Ray reeled it in and wasn't so emotional and didn't burn a bunch of energy. I think Kamaka was counting on him fading, spending that emotional energy and fading. That didn't happen. He played position well. These are all things that his father has told us he's been trying to work on since losing last season. He came out hot in every single match. I mean, ferocity like we don't see very often. And that got him into trouble with Magomedov. He needs to be a little more calculated, a little more patient, set up the things he wants to do. And I actually think we saw him do that tonight with Kamaka. He did a great job, picked his shots, played position, floated him over him well. And I thought that was very smart.
Magomedkerimov is, in my opinion, still the man to beat in that weight class. He won it back in December against Ray Cooper, looked very good against John Howard. I still feel that way. Do you agree?
I do, absolutely. I mean, he showed tonight again why he's so good. That is a position to get a guillotine that not a lot of guys will go for from there. And in a short amount of time, he locked it down and had it. So He's very, very slick. He shows great range. I don't think anybody in the PFL right now controls range and uses their footwork as well as he does.
And do yourself a favor. If you miss Sadibusai's finish to kick off the main card, something tells me if you're on social media, you're going to see it. But if you haven't seen it yet, do yourself a favor. Go check it out. Incredible stuff to kick off the main card. So PFL is back here on Long Island in just a couple of weeks. Lance Palmer, to name a few, to be on this card. That's going to be a lot of fun. But for now, we are out of time. Thank you very much to all of you for watching. Thanks to the legend, Randy Couture. I'm Ariel Helwani. We'll see you next time.